What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Tips and Tricks, episode number 60. I'm your host, Max at WeVideo, and as always, we've got another great episode lined up for everyone today. Before we get started, special shout out to everyone watching from YouTube, Facebook, and we mixed things up today, LinkedIn. So you can watch from LinkedIn live today. So we'll see how this goes. Welcome everybody as they come on in. Shout out to John Langfield. He says it's raining in the UK again. Sorry to hear that, but at the same time, we'd love to get some rain here in California. So if you're watching on YouTube, before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as well as hit the bell in the top right corner so you get a notification anytime WeVideo releases a new episode. We also have our new, or not new anymore, but Tuesday Tips and Tricks landing page, which you can go out and see any of our previous episodes, as well as get an email notification every Thursday on details that are coming up for each next week's episode. We do have our new quick tips feature. You may have seen it on YouTube. We'll be announcing that kind of again later, but we've asked in the past if we could create some more of our bite-sized tidbits that we gather on our Tuesday Tips show and serve them in 1 to 2 minute increments. That is what Quick Tips is all about. Don't worry though, Tuesday Tips is not going away. This will still be your place to be for live answers while we're on air. With that, let's bring on our co-host, Tyler Wall.
What's up, Max? Happy Tuesday. How's it going, chat? Happy to get back into another live episode with you guys, and we've got a great interview set up today.
Yeah, so we're going to obviously go over any questions that get brought in through the chat. We're also going to touch on a couple features within WeVideo. And then the big thing today is we have another special guest, Kim Garst. We're going to be showing a little over 10-minute excerpt from that interview that we had. And this one, whereas last week's was targeted towards all the gamers out here, this one's definitely, I think, for everybody. One thing that I think all of our guests have had in common over the past year or so is that they are all affiliates, which basically WeVideo has a free affiliate program, meaning anyone can sign up. And when you sign up, you can earn 20% commission on anybody who signs up for WeVideo through your unique link. And Kim Garst has made a name for herself selling online and helping others improve how they sell online. And she also kind of generates a good amount of income, 6 figures, just from affiliate programs. So I think without further ado, everyone, let's take a look at that interview with Kim Garst. Here it is. So for anyone who doesn't know you, can you kind of give a quick background of who you are and what you do?
Sure. I have a long history in the online space. I've been an online business owner for almost 30 years. Built multiple 7-figure businesses in that time, and loving where we are now. Obviously the journey has been from no Google to Google, and I've seen a lot of stuff happen in the past 30 years, but video is not just the now, it's the future. And so this is an exciting place to be in, if you own an online business, and understanding how important video is today. It's not just now, it's going to be something that's going to be a part of marketing for the foreseeable future, in my opinion.
Awesome. So you've kind of made a name for yourself, particularly on Instagram, but you've got an avid following kind of across social media, whether it's YouTube, Twitter. I believe you do Periscope as well. We could talk about that in a bit. But just broadly speaking, what do you think sets you apart as an influencer from anyone else who's in kind of your space?
I think if I had to like nail it down to one word that I'm not a huge fan of, because I think it gets thrown around a lot. But in my case, I think it's something that I hear a lot. Feedback I hear from those that I meet in person, or that I get an opportunity to talk to in real life, is that I'm the same online as I am offline, and so that authenticity piece I think is really what attracts people to me. And relatability. I don't lead with my business all the time. It's more about like, how can I connect? If I was in a social setting with someone, that's the way I look at social media. Is if I'm in a social setting somewhere, I don't like sit down and and start having a conversation all about my business and I've got a sale and you need to go buy. I treat social media exactly like I would if I just met somebody in a real life situation. I try to find common ground, something that's of interest, that's relatable to both of us. And so I think that's what we need to do with social media. We've got to stop treating it like the people on the other side of those computers are dollar signs. Instead, they're real people. And then how do we connect with them with content that matters to them?
To kind of actually transition towards that, though, in terms of making money online and growing your business, what are your kind of step-by-step process that you recommend to someone just starting out, or to even someone who's been doing this for years, if not decades?
Well, having been on both sides of that fence in multiple situations, honestly, because I've started over several times, I think the first thing is understanding how you can help someone. You have to understand the transformation you're promising someone. So it doesn't really matter, or what it is you're selling. And you only need a minimum viable product. You really just need the first thing. You don't have to have all the things to get started. And I think today there's so many things that go into having a quote unquote successful business, and we lead off with the wrong things a lot of times. We think we have to be on social media. That's like the golden goose, right? But if your house isn't in order, and if you don't, I mean, your house meaning your website, and your messaging is not succinct, in other words, it doesn't tell you people how you can help them, then you're going to struggle when it comes to social media, because guess what? Those people are going to go check you out in your house, and if which AKA again is your website. So, see to the basics before you ever start on social media. Figure out who your who is, and then what you do for that person. Why are they going to purchase from you? If it's product based, if, let's say it's a weight loss product, right? They don't necessarily, they know they want to lose weight, but what makes your weight loss product any different than anybody else's? You have to message the transformation. In most cases, if it's weight loss, if it's a woman, she wants to get into her bikini before the summer, So to speak to them in the language, again, from a relatable perspective. And it's always about the transformation. It's not about our product or service. It's about what is it going to do for the person that wants to purchase from you.
So let's talk kind of affiliate marketing and how that plays a role in helping you grow your business, but also just providing tools for other marketers.
So I have a hard and fast rule personally that I don't share something that I don't love and use myself. So that's kind of my first rule when it comes to affiliate marketing, is I have to really love something. It really doesn't matter if they offer me a ton of money or not. I really feel like my community trusts me, and they know that I don't, that I value their time and attention, and I'm not just trying to make money off of them. I want them to have the best resources that I can give them, and I want to be able to make sure that if I'm using it and I love it, then it's it's something that they can check out and see if it's going to work for them. So that's kind of my first thing. And then, but from the perspective of driving revenue, and I hope that everybody will stop for a second and listen to this, because this is super important. And something that I knew, but I didn't really get serious about until about 2 years ago. When it comes to affiliate revenue, I was haphazard with it. I didn't, I'd have a relationship maybe, but I didn't seed it in every place that I would recommend it. So let me give you an example. My blog gets a ton of traffic, and I have recommendations for like so many things inside of my blog content, but I hadn't inserted affiliate links on any of that content. So about 2 years ago, we got super intentional about, circling back to the blog content, tools I recommended, resources I recommended, popping in the affiliate links for all of that, and signing up for affiliate relationships if I didn't already have those, signed up in those places. So anyway, we did all that, and now we're generating about 6 figures in affiliate revenue because of that one simple strategy. So again, if you're going to do affiliate marketing, one, you should be, because we all recommend things. We all love things, that we would recommend to someone else. So if you know something, if you use something like WeVideo, for example, if you use it and you love it, if you have a blog on it, make sure you've signed up as an affiliate, pop that into your blog. If you share it on a live video, tell people about it. One other thing that might be a super nifty little strategy is we use a shortener, a link shortener. It's called Pretty Links. That's tied to my domain. So like for you guys, it's kimgarst.com/WeVideo. If it's another tool, we use the name kimgarst.com/ whatever the name of that tool is. And so I can natively now, like if I'm live on and something comes up topic wise, like, well, what do you use or what do you recommend? Or so now I can just like spit it off. Like, I don't have to figure out what my affiliate link is because it's usually some long gobbledygook thing, right?
Right.
And so I can, quickly share a resource or a tool and know that if they go to that link, they can remember it. One, two, if they go to that link, follow that link, then and purchase ultimately, then I could generate some affiliate revenue from that purchase.
And you can also probably track whether or not like they click the link but don't actually sign up. You could map that out if you wanted to, I bet too.
So, cool. And, even with affiliate relationships, a lot of the times they'll have their own, all of them probably have their own tracking system. But we found that sometimes those are not super accurate. And, with the Pretty Links, we can at least see the traffic that we're sending to them. It might not always be converted on their side, but it gives us a really good picture of the amount of traffic we're generating for them.
And is this all kind of organic in the sense that you're not running any paid ads on behalf of these different affiliate links? It's
correct.
All just through your blog and word of mouth.
It's all, and this is a long play. I will say this is a long play strategy because I've been blogging for 10 or 11 years now. So my blog, like I say, gets a lot of traffic, and, a lot of my traffic comes directly from Google, and I'm not doing anything other than, basic SEO, no ad spend. It's all organic. Now I do one other thing. I share my content routinely. Anything that is evergreen, meaning it's still true, whether it was wrote, 2 years ago or, yesterday. I have a system and a strategy around sharing that content. I'm not a blog today, share it once and be done with it. I have a circular strategy when it comes to my content.
Awesome. No, I mean, it's a cool thing because no matter really what industry you're in, whether it's, real estate or your own lawn service or selling, smoothies, people will ask kind of what tools you use, and you can recommend that and get a little commission off of it, which is really cool.
Well, a quick example, if you're doing, whether it's live video or not, but I once saw a niche where I would have, I've had a lot of questions like, well, what if I sell something like, I do cake decorating, or I'm in essential oils, or, things that you wouldn't think you could sell in a live space. But like the cake decorator, all the tools she was using to make the cutesy little flowers on the cake, or, a lot of people were asking, well, what kind of spatula is that? And where do I get that? And, how are you doing this? Because your hands are free. What do you have some sort of a tripod you're using to hold your camera? So the questions came through in an organic way, and she was able to, of course, leverage affiliate relationships specifically because she was sending them over to Amazon to find the spatula or the cool little tool she was using to make the flowers on the cake. So there's just so many ways that you can generate revenue from stuff that is not yours, but that you use and would recommend.
And we're back. So yeah, definitely encourage everyone to go and check that one out. Kim's got a lot of good insights and has just made a name for herself going and presenting conference to conference. And cool takeaway, we actually saw her at Social Media Marketing World at the very beginning of 2020 before everything kind of shut down. And what really kind of separated her, in my opinion, from other presenters at that conference in particular was just how many tools she recommended, and kind of she would show off like, this is what you should be doing in marketing. These are cool things. And then here are the tools to do them. And all the while, she also kind of has affiliate links for each of them. So she gets a nice commission for recommending it. But to anyone else out there who's joining in this Tuesday tips and tricks, a common thing that we see done, especially if you've got your own YouTube channel, is just in the description below each one of your videos or on your channel itself, just posting the tools you use to create your content and use the affiliate link. And that way, if someone wants to go and create videos, they can use WeVideo. If someone wants to use the same equipment that you use, they can go onto Amazon and you can get an affiliate link through them as well.
Yeah, tons of great insight there from Kim, so appreciate that. Definitely one of the things that I took away was she always uses the tools that she promotes, right, on her affiliate links.
Yeah.
So WeVideo is one of those tools. If you guys are already using WeVideo and you have a following, it's a great program to take advantage of. So definitely check out the affiliate links.
Yeah, we'll paste the affiliate sign up page here in the chat, so you can go and sign up from here. With that, let's get into the editor and show us some features off.
Yeah, we just briefly want to go over a couple features in WeVideo. So you can see my screen now. If you guys are just joining us in chat, feel free to fire off any questions you have regarding WeVideo or video editing in general, and we'll be sure to get to those by the end of the episode. All right, so let's take a look at our timeline here. Just wanted to briefly go over a quick tip on organizing. All right, so you can see here we've got a green screen happening, a couple different tracks, and we just briefly wanted to go over a feature in WeVideo that allows us to organize our track, layering. So you can see here I've got this cat on a green screen. It's already keyed out. And we've got this lava behind the cat. So I do have this other track below, and I can go to this icon here and select move up. And you can see that has rearranged our track order. So this is something that we run into quite often. Maybe not even in this situation with green screen, but you just have a big edit in which you want one of these tracks to be above the other. So this is the perfect scenario to use this tool. Just move up. It's going to save us some time versus doing something like this where we have to drag the clip all the way over, make space, bring this clip up. So that's a little bit too many clicks and movements for my liking. This is much quicker. So you can see if you have the option to move up or down when the clip has space for that. And we can even do this to our audio tracks. So this doesn't affect the layering, obviously, because the audio is not visual. But for organization, this can be very helpful. So you can, if you're doing some audio editing to your voiceover, we can now go in here and it's on the top track, makes it a little bit easier. Can manipulate the audio here. So that is an option as well with our audio.
Yeah. So speaking of audio, Tyler, we did have a question come in to the Facebook business community earlier this week. And it was asking how to fade in and out specifically of an audio track. So let's say you've got something like we have here, 17 seconds or so. Obviously, that's not long enough for a full song. So if we
Right.
just want to fade in and fade out, how would we do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a couple ways to do a fade. So the first would be something like I was just doing. If you click on this audio icon here, that's going to bring up your waveform, and it's going to have this line here. So this is our volume level. When I click on the line, it actually creates a new dot, a little keyframe, and that allows me to take one of these points and then move it to where I want.
And
So you
then
can-
how do we get rid of keyframes just in case we had too many?
Yeah, let's say I have a couple too many and something like this ends up happening. You can just double click that keyframe and that will delete the keyframe. Obviously, if you only have two, you can't like delete the end keyframe or this one. Well, I guess you can do that one. But yeah, you can't delete these guys because they're on the ends, but simple double click will get rid of those if you have too many. So that's one way to fade. You can see it's going from 0% to 100. So I don't have audio playing out I've got my headphones in right now, but this fades in. Another way we can go about doing this is using that icon again. If I click on that, you'll see this option here. It's a fade. So I can actually go ahead and put in a increment of time. So 2-second fade or 3-second fade, and you'll see there's adjusting here as I put those in. So that's
Nice.
another way to do it. I think the last way would be just using a transition. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you can't do that.
That is an option, obviously, for videos.
video,
though.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So another thing that was touched on in the episode with Kim Garst was how to export GIFs from WeVideo. So let's just quickly revisit that.
Sure. I know we did a quick tip on this. I guess a good time to bring that up again. We are producing some quick tip videos. So if you guys don't have a chance to tune in to the live, obviously the lives are a bit longer. We provide that instant feedback for your questions, but we do have quicker videos now. So yeah, let's go over GIFs real quick. When you go to finish, set the title for your video, and then we have the option for GIF. So select that. We have the 3 resolutions. So it's going to default to small. With GIFs, we really want the file size to be as small as possible on export. This has to do with upload speeds, especially if you're embedding this somewhere like a website. We want the file to be really small so our viewers don't have load issues, don't have the content of our GIF being slowed down. So let's keep it as small. We have our advanced settings. If you click in there, you'll see the frames per second or FPS. Again, defaults to 10 frames a second. You can bring it down to 6. If you want it to be much smoother, higher quality video, it'd be 25. But again, GIFs, often when we see them, are lower quality. So safer to keep it on the small side. Let's keep it at 10 frames a second. Save that. Then you're just going to export as you would a normal video. You can see we can set our thumbnail here as well. Choose our destination. And then you would just export.
Awesome. Super easy.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So we did just paste the quick tips playlist in the chat. This will continue to be updated as we add more quick tips. We're looking to try to do a couple a week at this point. It'll be a lot of the kind of quick things just like that. I think we already did one on GIFs though, but
Yeah, basically just questions that we see coming from you guys quite often or repeatedly on our Tuesday tips. And hopefully those are helpful for you to just quickly skim through. We do also add chapters to the live so you can scroll through and see different sections, but shorter content's usually a little more digestible, so hopefully those are helpful for you guys.
yeah, the 30-minute video of a Tuesday tips and tricks live show could be kind of daunting if you're just trying to find a quick thing. Well, cool. Doesn't look like we have any more questions coming in, Tyler. We are nearly at our time for the day, but quick shout out. Thanks to everyone for joining us. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns going forward, just comment on Facebook. Let us know one of these videos. We'll address it in a future video.
Yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks again. Happy creating. We'll see y'all next week.
See you guys.